Hi everyone. I almost continued this video without realizing it. Okay, you know what? I just realized I should have took a moment to gather my stuff. Okay, here, I'm gonna move you over a bit. Get this out of the way. Yeah. Gonna stand up. Oh! Oh, try not to knock you. Oh! Alrighty. How do I do this? I do not know. Without making a mess. Alrighty. See, this is what I'm talking about. Dollarama bags full of items. You know what? I'm going to close this because I can just picture it falling and making a mess. Don't worry, you'll get to see what is there. Okay, so I am Cindy the Crocheter. It is Friday the 12th, a day before my last market, and I need to do market prep. Well, I've done all the market prep I can because I actually wanted to make a third item, but I couldn't because guess what Cindy is out of? This is all I have left. I don't know about you, but I cut my ends and I stuff him in, wrap him in the foil, and this is all I have left. This is all I have left. So I cannot do anything else. Maybe I can make a couple gummy bears or possibly octos to get rid of it, but that's it. So I started in July, well, 2 weeks, maybe, yeah, 2 weeks before my first market, July 10th. So this is a market video of my makes that I have left and my new makes and remakes going into this last market. I apologize for my comments in past videos. It wasn't to be rude about market goers. I just never thought I'd have the ability or capacity to make things over and 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 over again. But this year has proved me wrong. When you get the bug, I got it bad. It is so cool. It was the best experience of my life besides, other things, birth of my daughter, but I never thought I would have so much experience. Now, I'm going to base it on that it's country markets that I do, which don't really make profit really, but the experience, the people, I can tell you stories, a quick short story that in the summer, I think, okay, I wanted to do an advice video for what I learned in the markets. And I would say the big thing is, yes, enjoy what you are going to make. Have confidence in what you're going to make. Be bold in the prices that you place them at. And ignore the ones that have the food items, the vegetables, because I think I said it in another video, that can get very discouraging when you see people lined up waiting to buy the vegetables and just kind of do that at your table. So yeah, so that is basically um, what I think my main advice would be is just go at it. I'm going to make a video after this last market. I'm going to go back and do like a slideshow of when I first started to what my booth looks like now, what the animals I've made look like, and I guess my main advice is talk to the people. I know I just remembered I was going to tell you a story. Like, I've got so many stories. It is like so crazy. I hope I can keep them in my mind because I guess I talked to this. Okay, here's my story. I talked to this older couple and at my farmer's market in the summertime. So that's what, June, July, August, September, October, November. So that was 5 months ago, give or take, because I don't know if I seen them in August, which would be 4 months, or 5 months. But I remember chatting with them because this lady had a shaped face and her hair that just stuck out to me. And so and it was in Bonito, and these two elderly couple, he reminded me of a grandpa type, and he started talking, and I talked mostly to the wife, and they were talking about their granddaughter who lives in a different province, and in her school they are teaching them to crochet or knit, I can't remember. And then so that's how, that's how I draw people in. I say hi, how are you, and if I see them interested in my stuff, I ask them if they knit or crochet, and then it kind of starts a conversation up and stuff. And so I did that to them, and the guy all of a sudden just kind of stopped and said, "Have you done the farmer's market?" Now, I have my poncho from Bago Day and an elf hat from Bailey Nucter Cat on a Prowl, but I think she changed her channel name. And so I had a Christmas elf and a poncho on. So, and maybe I gotten slimmer too, who knows. But he stopped and asked me, "Were you at the farmer's market?" Because my table have definitely changed as well. And I'm like, "Yeah, I was at you're talking about the museum market type thing?" And he's like, "Yes." And I said, "Yeah, that's where I remember you two from." And then he was eyeing my big cats, and it was a mixed blue one. And he's like, "Oh, that's cute." And then I said, "Oh, yeah, I also have mini ones." So I tried to match minis and the big ones. The mini ones, loaf cats are what I'm talking about. And so the wife picked up the mini loaf cat and was looking at it, and we were still chatting. And then call him Grandpa said, "How much is that?" And I said, "Oh, the big ones are 20. And I think that's when I said, "And I have little ones for 10. And then you could hear the wife is like, "We should get this tiny one and everything." And he didn't really say anything. All he did was pull out his wallet and handed me a 20, and they took the cat. And the wife, meanwhile, was like, persistent on, "Let's get the little cat, let's get the little cat." But no, I think he wanted to support me. I felt that, like, support, like, no, I'm getting this big cat, and I don't care if it was $20, $22, he was gonna buy it. And that's one of the many stories that just touched my heart. And it's not even people who don't buy things from my market, it's even just Like this one vendor made a comment. Now people may get offense by it, but the day before, this lady, she always comes to give me ideas of what to make, and she's a nice lady, and she just kind of looked at my table, because next to me, not next to me directly, but in the next section was the bigger giant my future table of amigurumi plushies. Oh, I just don't have the yarn to make big size yet. But this lady came to my table like she always does, and she looked at it and she just made a comment to me, and I know she meant it to be encouraging. And she's like, you know what? Sometimes it's nicer to have a smaller table and simple stuff. And some people may be offended, like, what are you calling this simple and blah blah blah. But after I was done the 4-hour market the next day, 4 hours, Friday 10 to 6, I made the same amount, maybe $50 more than the 4-hour market. 10 to 2, I don't know. Then again, the Saturday market was infested with the mums and the kids and everything. So let's just say I got wiped out of my $5 items. And $5 does add up. But see, now I'm losing my train of thought. Focus. Give me a moment. Let's have a water break. Are you still here after 12 minutes? Oh no. Okay, yes, the lady. So I went home after being amazed at almost making over $450 between the two markets. Sold 55 plushies between the two markets. I think Friday was 28. The next day was 27 plushies. Now I can see if I probably had my prices bumped up to maybe more $6, $8 items, possibly they would have sold. I have no idea. But when I went home, I was thinking of all the things that happened, and that one comment of this vendor stuck out. And at the very beginning of my market, I said, I will do this, God willing. That's how I live my life, God willing. And he has not closed the door yet. He has just slowly guided me to making some money, enough to get me to the other markets, and still building up my stock, I believe, for those two markets. In my mind, that's what I believe. Because now I'm prepared of, okay, so this is what a 2-day market looks like, and all this other stuff. So when I went home at the very beginning, I wanted to make simple and affordable items. That's all I wanted to do, is just to make simple items and not to overcharge. Yes, I know the time and stuff and the material, yes, I get that. Am I going to bump up my prices? Possibly. Possibly. I may raise them $1 or $2 more. I do not know. It is extremely hard to price items. I've been watching this, I'm doing a shout out, Granny by Nature channel, which has other little mini channels than just their crochet channel. That's where I get some of my makes from, to want to do some of their patterns that they showed. But it's a mom and daughter, and the moms, they're from, I guess, Brooklyn, New York area. Maybe you've heard of them, seen them, but they post a crochet video every Tuesday, Fridays. They just recently did their last market make. So anyways, I just, and their makes, I think, wow, they're like some of these things that I probably will show you will probably be like, yeah, you could charge $1 more, you could charge $3 more, and then I just not sure if I should or not, because country life is way different than city life. That big crochet table that I seen, I chatted with her when we were sitting down, and she's like, yeah, I bring my prices down when I'm here in the country, but when I take my stuff to the city, I basically double it. So when you know, you know. So unfortunately, can't believe. Oh yeah, by the way, I used 3 boxes, 3 full boxes, 5 pounds of fiber fill. Now 2 full boxes of stuffing, and my my very first box was a box I had forever because I never spit it out amigurumis like I crapping out my stuff like I have this year. I couldn't even tell you. I was shocked when I added up and said, wow, I sold 28 today. Wow, I even had 22 left for the next day. And you will see what I have right now as remaining and what I added. Alrighty, let's get started. If you're still with me, thank you. So it is mixed match items. So this bag I think is $1 Rama bag. I usually sometimes take this bag with fiber fill and kind of maybe my safety eyes, my keychain stuff, just things that I want to maybe crochet during the market slowness, because it also comes with a zipper, so I can just keep it closed and everything. These are the plastic bags that I use. I might still use them for sometimes, but I'm kind of replacing them now. I used to do hair ties, but I got over them real fast and I don't make them anymore. So what I have here is water bottle holders. I found my stash of water bottle holders. I know I'm going to charge 10 bucks for them. Maybe 12 bucks. I have no idea. But I have a lot more. But they're in another bag. This I might collect. I also have set up, I think I might just keep it in the bag just so that they're not spread out. But coasters, I only have 2 coaster types. Flowers, or my teddy bear looking kind. I've sold a few of those. And then I have my dishcloths that I make, and I've sold a few of these. I think these are like $4, I think I priced them at. 2 for $5 or 2 for $6, I can't remember now. Yes, I know, don't yell at me. I know. Okay, I'm gonna put these after. Get rid of the borings. I'm nothing against those who do that. Oh yeah, here's my hair ties. Maybe I should have put the hair ties out at Benito. Maybe some of the girls would have bought in them. Okay, so, oh yeah, here we go. Here's all my water bottle holders. I found them. I finally found them when I started cleaning my yarn area. So I have a ton of those. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry for the noise, but I'm going to get this bag opened and start filling it up. So, not one person bought it. My little spiders. Are you telling me? Now, I had them at 15, dropped them down to 13. I'm going to keep them at 13. And I'm going to still keep them and put them out. I even have this yellow. I don't know. Just nobody wants them. Lots of looks, but no takers. All right, this was my attempt at a dinosaur. I think it would have gotten sold to a girl, but she didn't. $5. I think I had it for $8. Now it's down to $5. Yeah. I only have one more blueberry left. I had 3 at the start. Finally, I sold 2. I sell these for $5. That's another story of the blueberries. And then the candy corns. Nobody wants the candy corns. I have some with no eyes. I have a ton of them. And I have them with eyes. Ooh. They were at $8. But I brought them down to 5. Maybe 6. I can't remember now. I should be telling you the patterns, but let me tell you, Madeline Mako, besides Annie Caraway and all the other people who do loaf cats. All right, Zelda, NRH3. Yours turned out way better than mine. That's her little pumpkin dude. Yeah, I only made one. Didn't care for it. Nothing to do with the pattern, just think it's the yarn I used. I don't even have a price for that. Oh yeah, here's another spider. I made 2 yellow, 2 orange, and 1 purple. Lots of takers, but you gotta love the parents. You have enough stuffies as it is. Okay, this is my future make. I have an idea for what I'm doing with him. I'll talk about him when he's done. Alrighty. Because it's gonna be a bit. So yeah, so this is how I used to take care of things. Now my gnomes, you might recognize these from previous videos. I'm trying to get rid of these and nobody likes them. Lots of attention. These guys were at 30, 25, 20, 15. Now they're 13. Well, they just cause. And my friendly ghost. I have one lonely ghost, and they say if you have one item of something, they won't sell. I don't know. I added hats to these guys. Oh, aren't these cute? And they're just, I forget who it is. Let me know in the comments if you say, hey, what's your ghost pattern with the hat? So that's all these are. Ghost sheets. I forget. I think I didn't have them out in Bonito, but I wonder if they would have sold if I had them at like $8. I don't know. Here's my other gnome. I think I have a gnome book. That's where these gnomes came from. And then, oh, got another ghost. And it's not really white. It's like off-white. Maybe that's it. The famous loaf cats. So this is made of Bernat Frosty yarn. buy me for $20, please? Yep. And I make sure the tail is sturdy enough, because what do you think? People will go, ow. Sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, and if you can't tell, it has green eyes. The green cheapy eyes. Alrighty. I probably should put them together. That's what I try to. So I have more cats. So I probably would have put the cats together. But, alrighty. So I have to thank Madeline Mako because most to all patterns come from her. Oops. There we go. So I made these. I made 2 of them. And they have tails. So I made giraffes. And I charged 13 for them. Now I know, I probably should have charged 15. But there's 13 for me. Am I lowballing myself? Let me know in the comments. And I will review for next year market. My first market that I know of, and I've booked in all of her markets, is February the 7th. I gotta make more of these. And I sold these at 15, and I sold one. And then I never sold one until I lowered it to 13. But my turtles. Is anything wrong with my turtles? They were going to be 15, but I brought them down to 12 or 13, I think. I don't know. Is 13 a fair price? Too low? It's too high for over here. So I only have 2. I might make a few more. The Granny by Nature one has a one crochet thing where the cool turtle they call it, where it's on its shell and the feet stick up and the head is out, and so it's a turtle on its back. I want to make some of those because those would be cute. Wow, the stitching on this bag is crap. I don't even know why there's a stitch in here. Clear Space is what this bag company is. But like, I just noticed here. Forgot to cut your ends. Okay, and then I sold one, finally. I did elephant. Elephant. I sold a purple one. And I did this color in my aliens. Alien Buddy. And the classic gray. She's got a thing for the curly fringe on the heads. But no tail. Somebody might have said something because she had a tail after in some of these. So that's it for that bag. I'm gonna have to go through that bag after. See? And then you just toss it to the couch and it just makes a mountain. So the next bag, oops, something fell. Oh, nothing important. So right now I'm half full, or not even half full in this bag. So I think all my makes will fit in the one bag because they're just tiny, tiny things. So also what I added into my list, none have sold. You can take them off. Alrighty. Oh good, I have them all here. Are my seals. The scarves come off. This one's a little crazy looking. But yeah, I sell these for 13. I think that's a fair price. So yeah. And I'm sticking to them. So yeah, I got some makes. And boopity boo, this is where my, I think those were still the other eyes. This is where I changed to those other eyes. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference, but these are the 3D eyes. They are phenomenal. So I did a penguin. Can't remember if it's Madeline Mako. But I have this one. And, oh, more candy corns. And where are the other ones? Oh, yeah. Here is my massive amount of bottle holders. And this lady gave me this to put on my bathroom door or something for a towel thing. I have the plastic one and a metal one. And I brought them and they hang on my cubicle easily. Okay, I'm gonna just put this with my other water bottle holders so that they can all be together. And my friend is like, I don't need this water bottle holder, so I try and show what it kind of looks like with a water bottle holder in it. It's not the greatest. Maybe I shouldn't, because it shows that it doesn't really fit, but it does stretch. I don't know. That's why I just dropped them to 10. We'll see if the summertime. Some people just like to have the use of things. Okay. I know I have more cats. I wanted to show you them, but are not cats. We were doing penguins. Okay, I found them. Okay. So here's the other pink one. Aren't they cute? And then, of course, and it's hard. It's hard when you do the color change. Like, look at that. I don't know. But are you kidding me? I have to have one more black because I had teal blue. I had blue. Both my blue penguins sold. Now, I don't know where my other black one is. I hope it didn't get, you know, the S word. I've never had anybody walk off with my stuff. But yeah, these are $15. Should I charge more? I don't know. There's an item I'm charging 10 that I would charge probably, in some people's mind, would charge 15. People might have charged 18 for these ones. But no, I sold 15. One bought it as a Christmas gift to their granddaughter. And I know the people from the Thursday markets. And the other one bought it for a co-worker. Is that cool? Okay. See, here's another Frosty kitty. Yeah, I know. I did the odd colors, the odd weird colors, but they work. There's another elephant. Here's some more candy corns. And I think that's it for the candy corns. Okay, we're starting to. Oh. So far it's full soon. just not. Apologies for the noise. Okay, there. Wow, I wonder if it's going to be heavy. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to fill up one whole bag either. Okay, so. Oh, yeah. My keychains. I do keychains or buddy things. They definitely got a loving at the Bonito Market. Okay, cats, cats, cats. This is the cat that the gentleman bought. Tails are so hard. You look from the back side and it's like, oh, it doesn't line up with the feet. Then you turn here, oh, it doesn't line up here. But here's with those eyes. And I know I probably should have changed the colored face, but I didn't know what color to do it. Maybe I should have just stuck with white, but that's another blue one. My purple. My lonely hippo. So the cats I sell for 20. This I sell for 18. I have sold them at 18. And I think I'm going to stick to 18 because this is a lot of stuffing and material and time. What do you think? Okay, I think there might be something going on because there's a lot of people lined up. There must be a concert. I think there is a school concert right now. That's why there's all cars lined up, because my building is next to the elementary school here. And I'm like, I have to move my van at 5, so they'll be long gone. But the poor plowing truck is trying to plow while these cars are parked line to line. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can show you. No, you can't see. It's too bright. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the yellow. He's trying to plow, and there are cars. Oh, poor guy. There's a car there. You see the plow moving, and then there's cars on the other side. Oh, that's crazy. Good entertainment. Yeah, there must be a Christmas concert or something. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here are all my keychains. I have a bunch of keychains. I sell them. I used to sell them for $8. Now I'm selling them $6 because Black Friday sale was happening. I said, you buy 2, you get $1 off. So my keychains went like hotcakes at the school. My gnome sold. My egg with a face sold. So yeah, I got spiders. And then just to get rid of the 5s, I think I might start doing mystery bags when I have $5 items in that or something. My latest one is, can you guess what that is supposed to be? Ribbit, ribbit. I even put my little ghost. My leggy froggy. Yeah, I'm gonna do those eventually. I'm just over the leggy froggies at the moment. Cherries. The cherries get a lot of attention. And then, yeah, they're mostly just repeats and that, but I need to find a better way to display because my display is cheap. Yeah, another crazy pumpkin. This is the Dollar Tree Dollarama yarn, the Chanel Premiere. Another froggy. So yeah, those are like my keychains. Like stuff like this, I'm probably gonna Ziploc and throw it in the bag. Whew, I'm sweating here. I think I'm gonna get pretty full. Oh yeah, I also advertise Jada and Stitches, her flying disc, and they do really work. I could see me selling them in the summertime. Maybe I'll make a few more just to get over the cotton, what is it, the cotton dishcloths that I make. I just brought this scarf because when I set up my penguins, I kind of wrap it around them so that the penguins actually stay up. I made some kitty hats. I sold one. The only thing though is the lady looked at it, asked if I had any yarn to make a handle. Praise the good Lord, I did have white for my candy cane holders. So while she was having chili with her hubby and that, I was crocheting in between customers and that, and I made her a purse. And I asked for $2 more because it was originally $10, and I said, could I add an extra $2? Could have probably added an extra $3 or $5. I could have said $15 and she would have been ecstatic to get it. Sorry. That beeping is distracting me anyways. And I love props. So I use this as a prop for what I'm going to show you. And then I have a bunch of these that I originally sold them for $3.50, 3 for $10. Now I'm going to just go hardcore and say $2. $2. $2 for this. Maybe I should have started with just $2. Candy cane is good. Well, yeah. $2 at what? If 10 sell, that's what, $20, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, if 10 sell, that's $20. If they all sell, that's what, $30? 2 times 30 times 2 is 60. 30 times 2? Man, was I chipping myself. Note for next year. Will I do them again? I have no idea. But I store them with this tray I found at Giant Tiger. This is what I set my penguins on. And this is just a Christmas tree that I put the candy canes in. So yeah, I love looking at garage sales and stuff and finding, like this came from my mom. She didn't need it. So they were originally going to be like for Easter bunnies and that for Easter time. But I thought, nope, I can use them now. And I'll show you how I use them. Bring on my market make that I made in 2 weeks. The Fox Creations, I believe. Where's your nose on this one? I forgot to put a nose on you. No wonder you didn't sell. So there's the Botox beak. Can't believe. See, this I made as a rush. No wonder you didn't sell. But I was making them and I charged $5 and I made like 8 on the day before Friday, and like 5 of them sold. And one was to my uncle, to my cousin, because she raises. So yeah, these are, so I have them, I have like water bottle holders in the basket, and I just have these little hens in the basket. These were a hit. These were popular. So I can't believe I forgot the face on that. This is why you should go and look at your stuff. Okay, I kind of made these. These are supposed to be those wraparound garden snakes. But I told my daughter, these are going to be whipping things for kids. Sure enough, a lady the next market, and so these is why I only have 2, because I kind of stopped making them. I charged $5 and barely people wanted them. Few liked them, but I guess I didn't properly put the safety eye in them, and it popped out. And she's like, I'm not complaining. However, my son was playing with it and the eye came off. And she's like, but he was throwing it, whipping it, probably banging it. So yeah, just a warning. I forget who made these, but, well, I made them, but yeah. These little guys had no loving at Halloween. I had them at $8, which, yeah, scary price. And then I brought them down to $5. Lots of people bought them after $5. I only had 6, and I think 1 bought before. So 4 sold at this market. Now let's do math. 4 times 5, that's $20 in my pocket. So I'm still going to keep these out because they're fun and cute. I made also these guys that nobody knows, and even me, when I look at them, think salamander. And they're not. Little kids and teenagers know exactly what they are. Oxalatos. I had 3 sell at my one market because they were boys. So I only have these, and I didn't make them. I didn't have energy to make more. But I will in the future, in bigger sizes and little sizes. So here are my hens. I charge for $10, and they actually do sell. So maybe I'm overpricing them, but they sell at $10 for me. But ever since I introduced the little mini $5 ones, these have taken a back seat. So let me, or here, since I got to redo it. So here's your size comparison. These are half the things. Like these are only like 24 and 9 rows. These are like 40 around, and I don't know how many. So yeah, my hens. I'm sorry. Then my little fidgety worms. They got a lot of loving at this market for $5. Here's my lonely octo that I have left for $5. Oh no, wait, I have another one. Will I ever make again? Who knows? The famous s'more kitty I was talking about. I sold one at 15, and then I think I sold them at 13. Now I just have it in the $10 slot. Nobody wants it. And my money maker are my mini kitties. I'm sorry, but blue people, I guess, don't like blue. Some have these color. They're 10mm eyes. So I have blue because I don't know, I guess I was in a blue kick. Pink. blue. Yeah, this is the blue kitty that one lady was saying the husband, we should get that. Because they got a big one and the wife's like, how are we going to mail it now? Is that it? Is that it? I think that's it. That is all I have after my markets. But wait. We are not done. No, we're not. Because what did Cindy do for 2.5 weeks? This thing was empty. This thing was empty. And now it is, I can't believe it. It is like full. I looked at it and I'm like, it is. Oh no, I put that chicken back in. Get out. Gotta fix your face. Okay, so we are definitely gonna have one bag full. And I don't know about this bag. This isn't the bag I was thinking of. I'm gonna have to search and maybe purchase another solid bag. Okay, so what did Cindy make from November 28th to whenever? Holy crap, it's about an hour video. I apologize, I don't edit. If you make it through, thank you. Please stay, because my makes I'm very proud of. So let me just, as you can see, my cats were lacking, so I had to make some more, and I only had enough to make 2. So I made a black cat. Black is popular, as well as my orange cats. So I made 2 of those. I was gonna make a third one with, you know, since this was green, I was gonna make a red face, you know, Christmas. I made, and I was thinking, you know, primary colors. When I was doing it. So okay. So I got red, orange, yellow and green, and I just use solid eyes, blue, and these are like leftover yarns, and pink instead of the purple. So I got that done. Then I also worked on, because I sold out, I actually had an experience twice now, younger and older, who bought 2 of the same things because, well, these 2 girls, this girl's like, oh, we should buy the gummy bears because you can have one and then I can have one. I'll buy it. So that was like $10, and they walked off and I was out of my gummy bears. An elderly friends, sisters, not sure, but her one friend wasn't interested in it. I just started conversation and it kind of drew her in, made her look at my items, and she saw those mini chickens, and I had a pink one at the time, and so she's like, brought her friend over, so her friend bought my last bee, or one of my last bees, for $6, and she bought a mini chicken for $5. So there you go. I got an $11 purchase from just chatting. But these, I think I've improved in the gummy bear making as well. I charge these little guys for $5. So I have red. Well, you know, I told you I did primary colors, so you know what color. Red. I made 2 oranges. I was trying to make 2 at a time, but I ran out. So there's my orange. Yellow. Blue. I think I did 2 blues. Blue. Blue. I love this yarn. This yarn. I love this green. I want to buy more of it. This is demi pearl. This is the green that's sold from my turtle shell. I think of Yoshi color. Oh my goodness, Autumn. She's in the bag and she's got her head wrapped around it. Oh, this child of mine. So that's what? Red, orange, yellow, green. Oh yeah, blue. And then I did the pink for the purple. So on top of that, got all the fluff on them. I had scrap of this, so I made it into a gummy bear, brown, and a black one. So I've got gummies on that. And then I didn't do any more brown, but I made sure to make more of the chickens. That's what it's supposed to look like with the face. So I made 3 more and then scrapped yarn of this one. So that's 4 more. Then the thing I like the most, I've wanted to do, I had enough yarn, loops and threads. I've told you the yarn in the other video. Isn't she stinking cute? And it does sit. This is my $25 item. I could probably charge $28 maybe. But so far it's $25. I loved it so much. And there are her eyes. I found another yarn and made another one. So maybe even 30. I don't know. Because if these are 20, I could definitely probably go 30. I will see what 30. I will price them at 30. If they don't sell, I know for next time. But with the time and yarn it takes me, I think they could get sold for 30. I think I'm going to price them at 30 and see if they sell. And then I've wanted to make these forever, and I'm finally able to sit down and just do it. I made 3 mallard ducks, and of course they have fluff in their hair. That's the one thing about some of this yarn, it sheds. Madeline Mako. I bought a bundle of pocket. pocket things. And then my final makes are eagles. These are supposed to be eagles, part of their thing. Posh Pearl is what I used. And that is all that I was able to make in 2 weeks. And I had to make a custom order of a pig. So the next day after Saturday Bonito, I did it. I did a pig, and I said I charged $13 since it's a sale, but I looked back and I sell them for $15. Lady had no problem dishing $15 out. So yeah, just a heads up. Alrighty. So thank you for sticking around if you did. So that is what I made, that last part. So yeah, that's all I have for my market. Now, what do I want in 2016? That has to be in another video because this is an hour long. I've never made an hour long movie. I've done like 20-hour lives, but not a long video. So if you stuck around, kudos to you. Thank you for sticking around. If there's any pattern that I may have not mentioned, let me know, because some of my makes you've seen, but most of it is Madeline Mako, and it seems like she's been doing sales a lot. So I don't know if that's a normal thing or not, but yeah, there's a couple of more that I want to do from her. Look how red I am. Yeah, I'm hot stuff. I keep looking that way because that's where my window is. I'm curious. As soon as I get off, I'm going to go find out. But I'm thinking it's a school concert. Anyways. Oh, I can hear my neighbors talking in the hallway. Yeah. Nosy. Yeah, can I tell you? Drama at my house. Anyways, bye. Love you all. Take care. Thank you for here listening to me if you stayed for this long. And I have no idea how long this is going to take to load up. But you might see this in the new year. And take care.